I'm busy, and this is our first live broadcast.
Oi, get out of it. You're not Big D.
Right.
Hi, welcome to our first live broadcast. We'll see how this goes. If we start, are we to do a rack of time, do you think, to get started?
Possibly. I don't know whether they've all been cleaned out yet, but we are in the process of.
I'll tell you what, we'll start on the growing on rack. So, as we're going up, Mason's got a peg on his nose.
I've got a peg on your nose. That's
As we're going off it, on if anybody wants to see anything, just give us a shout. We'll get stuff out. If you've got any questions, just ask and we'll try and answer them.
Do you want Ashley to pass you them down so you can...
Yeah, you can do, yeah. So I'll give you that and then you can put that back, can't you? Try and get under some decent light.
No, it's not very easy, is it?
No. This is a... Mason, keep out, Will. This is a Pastel Desert Ghost, female.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, come here. Short camera. She's in.
Here.
Come under this light here, mate.
Oh, gee.
That's it.
That's it. She's actually in shed at the moment, so she's not as well, nowhere near as bright as she is normally.
What is the
And she's actually just come back up for sale after someone gave back word after holding her for 4 months. But there you go. But whether we end up keeping her or not, that's another matter. And we're on to a micro scale now, which is one of our.
Ashley, have you not done this before?
Yes, they don't want to go in.
This is our major project. I'm sure those of you that know us will know about these. It's. Do you want to hold it, mate?
Oh, okay.
Hold it from behind. That's it.
No.
She's come under this light here, mate. You can probably see the missing scales on her head. The microscale gene is really unknown at the moment. We don't know quite what it's going to do. We believe it's going to be a lot like the scaleless corns and rats, where they retain the belly scales and have bits of scales missing and just going to be really funky. And you know, everybody that's seen these agrees. At the moment there's myself, Nerd, Kevin from Nerd, and...
Mason's not taking this seriously.
What are you doing, you?
I'm trying to hold this.
It's a very serious thing, this. Very serious. Go on, girl. Let's see if she's got missing scales on her belly.
I'm going down to play Monster
Yeah, go on then.
Legends.
Alright.
If you have that game, guys, it's good.
So, if you've got Monster Legends, apparently that game's good.
It's a good game.
It's a good game. I don't know if you can see this blushing down the sides and everything. The microscale really changes up the pattern and the colours, and you probably won't show, but what you do is you get runs of really tiny scales, hence the microscale name. It's the only... Yeah, well, we'll get to that, won't we? I'll show them all, and then because some are really sort of a lot more than others. I keep meaning to mark the ones that have got the belly scales, but I keep forgetting. So you get runs of different scalation sizes on them, and to feel them, they're just really smooth. They're silky smooth. They don't feel like a normal ball
Where
python.
did you put the iPad?
So yeah, that's some female, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a male.
Yeah, so this is a male micro. So just bring that one back, Ash. If you look at them two, they're from the same clutch, both micros. This is a male. That's a female. But look at the difference in them, and it does this with everything it touches. You can get two of the same snake. I'll show you some inches in a bit, and they're just totally different out of the same clutch. Just fabulous what it does. And what I was saying about the belly scales, it's all right. It's got it a bit. It almost looks like scarring. Just a minute. He's not wanting to show off. A bit shy. Yeah, so you can see that it's quite pronounced. And these are the only snakes in the world that this happens to, as far as we're aware. And it's another sign of the, well, as we think, of the super version being totally scaleless, of course. But it's really weird and really funky.
It's got a good zip.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most pronounced. This is another male. Now this is a different clutch we're running into, and these have come out striped. The mum was she's like a dinka female, but she's not striped at all. And the old clutch is thing, so it's obviously genetic, and you'll see as we show you more of this clutch, the stripes get more and more sort of full, and again the sort of little cute edge of the missing scales. And then this one's got a really sort of, we call it a zip belly. Shh, it's okay. I don't know if you can.
Yeah,
is that showing up?
Yeah.
And it's just really funky. It obviously looks like it's been cut open or something, but it's just great that the original microscales that we got didn't have this whatsoever, but Rob had said about it that he'd seen it in some of his. I don't know if Kevin's got the same. I'd imagine he has, but it's really cool. What's all right, David?
Jumping out.
What have we got here?
Another micro male.
Male. Have we missed 9 out?
That's a classic. I was going to ask you, is that from the same clutch?
Oh yeah. I want to see them as well, because they've got the stripe as well.
Because I stole one of them, didn't I?
Yeah. And again, you know, this is from what we're calling sort of the stripe clutch, another micro. And again another funky belly. I mean, it's
hard
just
with the light, but you can kind of see it. Yeah.
I don't know how to get into
You can see it.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, like this one, rather than it being almost scarred, it's replaced it with just big round scales and stuff. You know, if you look at these, it's just really, it's really insane, and it's just another amazing piece of this jigsaw, and the colours as well. I mean, the black is so jet black, deep black. It's just great, and you know, I mean, the sides look more like an inchy than normals, but this is what the micro does. It just changes everything up. So this is a normal male from the same clutch. Again, you can see how very unprofessional.
Very sorry about that.
Um,
Someone wants to FaceTime.
Again, you can see the stripe coming, the same deep black. He's no difference on his belly whatsoever, just nice and clean, but it's very narrow. So the problem is we don't know at the moment what what these are going to create. Whether the classics could be low expression micros, but still prove out. So until we get to that stage and start playing about with these and see what's what and what does what, we really don't know where we are, except obviously with the micros to the macros. Again, this is from another one from the Stripe Clutch, another male. Again, the really beautiful deep black. You can see the stripe kind of there, and I think we've got another funky belly, have we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, really funky belly. Look at that, all the way down. Starts from its neck here, and then goes all the way down, right down.
That was unprofessional.
So you've got the deep scar there, and then you've got these sort of like more round, random ones. Which one? Yeah, so again we're still on the same clutch.
Male again.
Another male micro. And this one's got all but a full stripe.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't see his head.
Hands in way. So, what's belly? Oh, it's a bit
The
funked.
bellies have changed, you know. That's just because they've grown.
What?
It's saying conversations out of 10 comments so far, but I can't see any comments.
Yeah, well, if you speak up, people will hear you.
Yeah, I know. I can't see any comments on it, that's all.
Oh, that's fine. Don't matter.
Careful, mate.
Listen,
Dude.
go on, darling. Do you want to carry on more micros or do you
Yeah,
want to
just
something
keep,
different?
no, just keep
The
going.
sales on the
Just
99p
thinking.
Listen.
time limit,
Not
Not
just
now,
now.
love.
so we'll
Go on.
wait till we're finished.
Another female, the female, sorry.
Again, another female from the striped. Again with the funky sides and the really black. Have we got a funky belly? Oh yes, we've got a very funky belly.
I noticed that.
Oops, you okay, baby? You don't like being on the back, you okay?
Not being very well behaved.
Yeah, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's just the most random, exciting thing.
It's a normal female.
So this is another one. This is a classic, but from the outset looks exactly the same. Nice full stripe, apart from the two breaks.
We've had nearly 15 minutes.
So I think we're going to have to. Obviously, this is his first time, so he's not quite aware of the time scale of what we're getting through, and I do tend to waffle a bit.
Yes, you do.
What we got here, Ash? This is another classic.
Female.
So again, same clutch, no things. But of course, you know what we're going to do next is put one of the male stripes back to the original mother, and eventually cross some of these between themselves, the striped ones, to see if there's a super version of it and what that entails.
You go out, Blue.
So, right, off the micros and onto a Coral Glow Calico Posset Pied. And that is just, let's get it under this light here, because this is
You can't see the proper colour.
too nice to. Is it showing colours?
Kind of, yeah. Not as good as.
No. For some reason, albinos and corals and stuff like that are just really hard to photograph
You can see it.
and to show up. I mean, she's so.
She looks better in the flash.
Yeah, she's just amazing. And every time she grew up, when she was born, if you look back to our page, you'll see some pictures of her. And she, you couldn't see any of this kind of thing. We're all very faded, but we kind of knew what to expect or hoped what she'd turn out like. And she's just absolutely beautiful. Just love her to bits. So
Got a female
Firefly. So a Firefly Het Desert Ghost. This one's a keeper. We had two, bred two, and a guy bought the other one to pick up in Ham. As soon as he paid his deposit, she stopped eating. And the one I'd chosen as a holdback, she were eating like a pig all the way through. And then as soon as, so obviously I said, look, it's not feeding, do you want the one I'd chosen? Which he did. And probably about almost 2 months before he got it, because of the show dates, and then the day it went, she started eating again and she hasn't stopped since. But she's, I mean, there's not to choosing them when they're this nice. The heads are really cool on these, very, very sort of pale heads, and just the most beautiful things. But we love the Desert Ghosts. It's such an amazing gene. It's still relatively new. There's still tons to do with it. This is an Enchi Pastel. I believe this is a female. Where's the label gone off it?
Is it wrong way around?
There we go.
Yes, there you go.
So yeah, female Enchi Pastel Pos Het Desert Ghost. Just love it. Absolutely love it.
Gorgeous.
And this isn't Desert Ghost, of course. This is, you know, but you can see when the Desert Ghost goes into that, it's just going to be really, really special. Love it.
I don't know if we've got time still.
I think we're well over
Are
what
we?
we were going to do, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're about halfway through this rack. We'll get to the, what's the next one?
It's this one, Butter
All right.
Pastel, what you've got.
Well, what we'll do is we'll do the two next micros, and then we'll sign off for this time, and we'll try and get better organised for next time and go a bit faster. This is a Butter Het Desert Ghost. It's a bit cloudy, so it's not as bright, but usually she's insanely bright and yellow. She's just absolutely gorgeous. And because she's so clean, I'm suspecting she is that Desert Ghost, and that's where she'll be going to be proved out into the Desert Ghosts when she's big enough. But she's just real pretty.
That's actually an empty drawer. So
All
you've
right,
got your
so
micro Enchi.
So this is the last one we're going to do for tonight. So this is a female micro Enchi Pos Het Desert Ghost. And I believe, have we got the other one? Enchi, where is it? I'll find it. Oh, I'll tell you what, we've got to do the Lightning Pieds and the GHI Black Pastel, and what else did someone want to see? I wrote it down.
Yeah.
We've been at stables this afternoon, that's what's happened, and Mason didn't want to leave, so we got a little bit sort of left behind. So it were a rush coming. Sorry, baby. It's a rush coming back in. But again, a funky belly, and this time it's not so much scalation as it's almost a patterning to it, but it is the scales. So it's just another really weird kind of trait of these micros, which is just so exciting. This year is going to be absolutely insane for us. So let's find the.
Is that in the upper bedroom?
No, this one.
This one, she's had to go into a smaller
Yeah,
tube.
she's not been eating. So we moved her into the growing on rack, and she's basically been eating about once a month. But she's just insanely beautiful. And of course, ours is the Marcus Jane line that we imported over, and I mean that's just beautiful. Hopefully, we're hoping to breed some this year ourselves. We've got a nice little Marcus Jane, Xanthic and Pied breeding group, so you know, we'd be ultra excited to get some of these out. So again, you know, I mean, people going about, you know, that they should be in tanks and stuff, but they don't. You know, it's ball pythons are a different thing to most things, and she actually stopped feeding in the next size tub, put her back in here. She's actually started eating again. Now, whether she'll stop again, because they can, but I'm hoping we've cracked it with her, and you know, she'll stay in there, probably give her another 10 feeds and then try her again in the bigger tub. But I mean, some have to have hides in these tubs. You know, it's just crazy, and we use little up down saucers. So I'll just grab one, Ash. Sure, these are just a really dead cheap, easy hide, and they love them. So we use these for as hatchlings, just one of those little old saws drills to drill the holes in, put it on a piece of wood so it doesn't snap, and we've got about 45 million of these. So they're really good for your baby ball pythons. GHI Black Pastel is up here. Beautiful girl. So this is something you don't see much of. Of course, the GHI Moaves are very popular, but this is just something different, but very, very similar. But I just love the chocolate in her, and this patterning down the sides and stuff. Yeah, she's just so pretty, and she's still available. But she won't be for much longer. Once, as they get nicer and nicer as they're growing, it's like, oh, do I keep it? Do I keep it? But I think we're up to
everything. No room.
I think we're up to 50 old backs and 4 drawers left, so we're gonna have to do something. I can't remember what else someone wanted to see.
I'm trying to figure out how you look at the comments that are coming on. We're going to have to...
I did write it down actually downstairs, but it's too late
can
now.
answer any questions
Yeah, and I can always post... oh, with the killer clowns.
Yeah.
That's it. These are just absolutely beautiful.
Yes, and are you keeping one of these?
We were, and now I've decided...
To give one to me.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
But you spoiled the surprise now, so we're going to have to sell it. So yeah, both of these are available now. I don't know if
Ethan.
yeah, Ethan, you should know better, mate. You can see we're filming. So yeah, I mean, this is the one I was going to hold back, but
I wonder if it will.
every time I look at them, I change my mind. But as I said, they're both for sale now. I'll show you this other one. Oops, right. So this has got more. In fact, I can get them both out. Come here, baby. So this one's got a broader, more joined up pattern down it. And people that come here, some go mad for this one, others go mad for the other one, and I go mad from both. So let's see if I can juggle these.
I'm trying to get Ashley
I've
to
got
hold
the
one.
yeah. Oh, in fact, if you'll take them,
Oh, that's you. Don't get the
that's
snare.
yeah. Just so we can put a side by side comparison.
Don't get them mixed up.
Yeah, you can see the patterning on them. It's down to personal choice. They're both the same animal, and both very, very nice. As these shed again and stuff, they'll get brighter and brighter down the sides. Next week I'll show you some of his pastel clowns in what I mean. As the younger, it's sort of this, and then as they get older it comes brighter and brighter with each shed, but super nice. So
Don't get them mixed up.
that one's in there, and that one is
They're both boys Scotch, not this
in
one.
there. Yeah, if there'd have been girls, there'd have been definite keepers, but we've got some nice male clowns, and that's the problem. It's like, you know, keeping them because they're nice. It's hard. Anyway, right, we're signing off.
Just mention that we will be doing one at Ashley's at some point.
Yeah,
as well.
at some point. Ashley, of course.
Don't. I breed the quality ball pythons. If you want top quality, see me.
If you want anything with mites, eyes, look at Ashley's. What do you even call yours? Your page.
It's Ashley's Living Art Ball Pythons.
Yeah, something like that. Innit? I mean, it's
And I will vouch for my beautiful daughter. She has beautiful animals.
because she pinches them all off us.
Well, there is that, yeah.
Anyway,
We have a
so
live fight in a minute.
yeah. D and Joe's Smackdown. So we're going to call that a do for this week. If there's any questions afterwards, I will reply. It's been a bit hit and miss. It's his first one, so we don't really know what we're doing.
What's new then?
But hopefully we'll learn as we're going on. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. We will try and show more next time and get to them a bit quicker so you can see something. Do you want to just do a panoramic swizz of the swivel? Oh,
I'll try.
This is Charlie,
Our apprentice.
Bob Marley. She lives next door. And, she comes for feeding and stuff, bless her. And she helps with the snakes, don't you, Charlie?
Hi.
Joanne will be watching.
No, it's
She is.
Leave me alone.
And that is room 1.
So we've also got another room which we'll show you next time. Pretty much the same. We've got the scanning machine, ultrasound in there, which
Even
invaluable
though you're signing
for.
off, you still
I
can't
know,
stop.
I know.
Stop.
Right, we're going to
Right,
stop
I'm
waffling.
stopping. Press the button. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.